Tonight I want to talk about a key aspect of your training on your way to developing into becoming an elite karate athlete, and that's to have a specific training plan. See, when we start to talk about becoming an elite athlete, we need to differentiate it and we need to approach it differently than we do our normal karate training or our recreational karate. And if you're doing karate for martial arts or for practical self-defense or whatever, and then that's fine, right? You show up, whatever sensei says we're going to do to dojo today, that's what you do. But when we talk about becoming an elite athlete for competing on the national team or international competition, we need to approach it a little bit differently. As I mentioned previously, the competition schedule, especially because this year is an Olympic year and karate's being in the Olympics, is so dramatic. There's tournaments every few weeks that some of these athletes are competing at. And so when we want to compete at that level, we need to approach our training plan just like any other professional sport or any other professional athlete, excuse me. So just showing up to the dojo and just doing karate or just doing your kata or just practicing a few kumite drills is not going to get you to the place that you need to be. So you need to have a specific plan every day. Before you show up in the dojo or the training hall, wherever you're at, you need to know already what you're going to do. And that training needs to be built into an approach on how to achieve your specific goals. I talked about goals previously. And so we want to make our training plans as specific as possible. But in the same way, we want to make them adapt to those tournaments or those events that we have to gear around, those competitions that we're aiming for. So similar to the way that physical trainers will use periodization and the type or the volume of your physical fitness exercise or your training program there may change as you get closer to the event. We want to do the same thing for our karate. And for example, for when I'm developing training plans for our athletes, the first thing that I'll do is I'll go back in and I'll plug in all the major events, all the tournaments that they're going to planning on competing in. And then I will gear how we develop that training plan around those events. The farther we are away from the tournament, there'll be more emphasis on technical work, taking apart the kata, looking at each individual piece or each individual transition, and then over time we'll start to put those together. As we get closer, then we will increase the amount, increase the volume of the work, and then as we get closer to the tournament, we will go to almost a competition style role to where we're right before the tournament, all we're doing is practicing for that tournament. We'll do everything, we call them doing rounds, and we'll try to simulate a tournament event or tournament style training as much as we can. So the further we are away from the tournament, we'll do precise technical work. Then the intensity of that work will increase as we get closer to the tournament. So again, today's going to be a short one, but I wanted to just touch on this and make sure that everybody understands why it's so important to have a specific training plan. Again, just showing up, just doing karate is not going to turn you into an elite athlete. Everything that you need to do needs to be geared towards that goal, and you need to know what it is beforehand. So I suggest that everybody sit down, think about that, plan out your year as far as competitions go, and then work your training plan backwards from those dates to help you accomplish the goals that you need to do. So now, think about developing your own training plan. Now, go get to work, and we'll see you out there.